I've been off site for a few days, but now I've come back I've noticed there's one or two problems, and it's because that wind's back. This was one of the problems. That's this container of runner beans. Unfortunately, the wind blew this container over and it snapped that plant that's attached itself to this lamppost. But worse than that, it's fell over and squashed all that sweet corn. And we were asked how that sweet corn were getting on, and the answer to that question is nah, not so good. All these containers were blown over as well. Thankfully there's no damage to these pepper plants, but they're all laid on the floor. That watering can was other side of grass, and this tower keeps moving as well. I have to keep straightening that, and it looks like we've got some tomatoes on there ready to harvest. We'll grab those shortly. And then we've got this tomato plant that's took a bit of a battering. It's snapped that stem, which is quite annoying. So basically, that's the old tomato plant. It's now broke. I'm going to leave those tomatoes on there though, because they'll probably still ripen anyway. But I don't think we're going to be growing any more on this plant. I'm just going to leave it there. Maybe they'll just ripen anyway. You can take them off at plant and they'll ripen, so I'll give them a couple of days and see what happens. As always, potato plants are getting a beating. They don't look too bad at the moment though. One thing I did notice was these onions. They've really bulled up. So it's not going to be too long before I harvest some of these. This top's not gone over yet though, so we'll give them longer and we'll wait for them to turn brown as well. Or at least we're getting some onions. So that's a bit disappointing to see. The main stem of that tomato plant snapped. So that's that plant finished now. And we've got flat sweet corn and a damaged runner bean plant. But that's the thing about Lincolnshire. It can get quite windy. But it's typical that I go away for a couple of days and then that wind gets up, which has resulted in that damage. We have, however, got some good news. If you remember, I said I'd give you a link to buy those Greenstalk planters if you're interested in getting one. I've got one on the way, and that should be here within a week or so. But I have also got the link now to the website, and you can pre-order these planters. I think somebody from this channel has already pre-ordered one. I believe her name's Carol. So if you want to get one in advance, I'll put a link in description to that website, and you can now view these planters, and they've got the prices on. And there's a couple of different types, so I'll leave that link and you can pop over to that website and you'll get them a bit cheaper than you would do if you ordered them from abroad. And as soon as I get mine, we're going to get that set up, and I'll be putting some plants in there to grow over autumn as well. A few herbs, some salads as always, and a few other bits and bobs. I'll probably put some flowers in there as well, just to give it a bit of colour. But at least now we know that these planters are on the way, and you get them from Rooted in Bolton, which is basically a no-profit organisation that's run by a lady called Judith. And she's the only UK supplier of these planters as well. And all the funds from selling these planters goes back into this charity organisation. So it's a very worthwhile cause. So if you're interested in getting one of those planters at any point, maybe to set up now for autumn plants or to get ready for next spring, check out that link in the description. Anyway, it's far too blustery to be out here, so I'm going to stand these plants up and support them the best way I can now that I'm back. But I have got a bit of work to do inside caravan, so we'll get these sorted. I'm going to head indoors, and if you want to see what happens over the weekend, please hit that subscribe button, press that notifications bell. Take care.